Well, welcome everybody to our daily Rhino Run Huddle. My name is Alexis Brady, and I'm an independent prover with the amazing company Pruvit. And super excited to chat with you guys today about Enroll and Experience in regards to some takeaways that people had from EPIK. I think we've had an incredible week so far. Been getting tons of great feedback from people. Love hearing things, like specific things that people are learning at the events that they can then take and apply immediately to their business, which has just been super awesome. So shout out to everybody that has shared so far this week. I think it's been a total success. First and foremost, gratitude. Let's pop some things in the chat that we're grateful for on this beautiful Thursday morning. Love to shout some things out for you. Sunshine, a warm house, quality time with my oldest, my coffee, keto up, heard that, my sitter, life, sunshine and no snow, hitting MVP last night, hell yes. 4 days off of work, keto donuts, my team, our team, the keto crew, blue ocean, bacon and eggs, patience with my kids, Alexis Brady, geez, you're making me cry. My family, keto cream, ketones, tribe, fur babies, always. A roof over my head, the Pruvit community, awesome, awesome, awesome. You guys are so great. How can you not feel good after reading all those? Just makes my heart feel so happy. Awesome. Okay, so recognition-wise, so I think what would be cool today is recognizing somebody in the chat that you know committed to our Spring Keto Academy and more. So I would love to see people who you can shout yourself out, especially if it's like your first time, or somebody that was really nervous but freaking went for it. Jen Stevens. Oh man, holy crap, here they come. Alyssa, Corianne, Bianca, Jade Covert, Marilee, Chantel, Shelby and Bree, Emily, Christy Jones. Mandy says, me, I've been a promoter for 2 weeks. Give it up for Mandy, y'all. Kayla, Kelly, Jessica Burns, first event. Carrie Imberg, first event. John Emerson, Heather's husband. Hey now. Nancy Root. Heather Emerson committed her entire family. That is amazing. Jenny Smith says she bought a ticket for her boyfriend. Wendy Estelle says her tickets are bought. Betsy's bringing her husband. Yes. Diana. Kirby Mills, Karen, Jim Whitmer, myself, Tony Salviano, Sarah, Heather, Nick Carrier, bringing my whole family, says Amy. This is amazing, you guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I don't know about you, but does anybody feel like a specific energy around this Keto Academy and more coming up? I feel like more people are jumping on board earlier than ever. People are freaking excited. Yeah, I have goosebumps, and butterflies thinking about it. So I'm just super pumped. We did a team huddle with our team last night. And I just thought I would share this really quickly. You have 3 months, you guys. So kind of what we talked with our team about last night is bullet points on make sure you're working on your arrangements for your kids and your pets. Start doing that now. Start looking at flights now. Get your bundle now. It's the lowest I've ever seen them bundle up the tickets together. And Mandy just said save $75 a week. That was exactly what we did. We kind of broke it down and reverse engineering it to help you feel like it's more manageable. Anybody can make it happen. Anybody can get there, especially if you start now. You've got 3 full months, right? So, whether that is, what we did was we actually broke it down into how many 10-day experiences do you have to sell from now until that event to make that happen. I mean, truthfully, we have an incredible tool right in front of our hands. Get those 10 days into people's hands, and that is making you money back into your pocket that can go towards your event to invest back in your business, and it's potential customers and promoters that you're getting on board. So, I mean, it's a win-win. So I think it's cool to have that awareness now and really start thinking about, okay, where are there places that I can start saving or, you know, making sacrifices now. Don't wait until it's 2 or 3 weeks out and then you're just totally stressed and, you know, scrambling, you know, to make it happen. We had a girl, I just have to shout her out. We had a girl on our team last night, Christina, that, you know, she wanted to go to EPIK so bad. So she shared with our team that she started picking up extra shifts at her second job. She sold a bunch of personal belongings and she was donating plasma. Like, come on, y'all. What's the excuse? Like, it was absolutely incredible. And like, it didn't even like phase her. She was like, I just had to freaking make it happen. And she said, not only did she make enough money to go, she actually made more than what she needed to go. So she had extra wiggle room to enjoy herself while she was there. Like, come on, y'all. I just think that's absolutely incredible. And I just had to shout her out. So way to go, Christina. Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, let's get right to the good stuff. I feel like I have to keep saying the good stuff now because that's an Andy Grammer song. It just flows so well. So we're going to hear from Miss Corey and Miss Tara today. They've got some really awesome stuff to share with you guys in regards to that, you know, enroll and experience piece of our business. And specifically things that they learned from EPIK, kind of that same theme that we've been following through with all week long. So I'm actually going to call on Miss Corey first. Are you there, Corey? Oh, wait, let me mute all. And then,
can you hear me?
Now I can. There's
okay. Awesome.
Hey, beautiful.
I don't know if I'm sideways or not because I'm doing this on my phone. So if I'm sideways, I'm sorry.
No, you look fabulous, darling.
Thank you. I'm kind of fighting a cold, so excuse my like voice and red nose, but
no judgment here, girl.
Excited.
Okay, so tell us, was this your first event, by the way?
It was. It definitely was my first event. I've been a promoter since December, the end of November, beginning of December.
Wow.
So yeah.
You jumped in pretty quick to go to an event. I mean, that's a pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, Corey, well, tell everybody what you shared with me and your big, you know, kind of takeaway from EPIK in regards to experience and enroll.
Okay, so I was super excited to do the Brian James class. I love following him. He's got some great advice. So the biggest takeaway that I learned from Brian James that day was to put our customers before our promoters. So build on our customers, because without our customers, you know, experiencing the product and getting a belief in the product, it's going to be an easier transition to get our customers over to a promoter. So he just said, put your customers before your promoters, have them on the 5 days or the 10 days, or even if they buy a box, be checking in with them, seeing what benefits they're noticing, and really seeing about the results, because results raise beliefs. And so when you're raising beliefs into somebody, you know, then they're believing in the product, they'll believe in the company. Another thing is maximize the customer experience. Ask them questions. Ask them, what are you most excited about? Which benefit? After they watch the connect piece, whether it be the campfire video or whatever tool you used to connect them to the product, ask them, what would benefit you in your life the most? This makes it more personal instead of a wide range of, well, you can get all these effects. Well, these are benefits. These are what I want. So for me, I was looking for mental clarity. I was looking for fat loss. Those are the two things that I was kind of focusing on. And then while they take their 5-day or their 10-day, check in with them and ask those specific questions. Are you noticing clear mental whatever? Are you noticing these benefits? Are you noticing fat loss? You know, are you noticing more enhanced energy? Are these the things you're noticing? I also feel like when we engage with our customers on a personal level like that, instead of just asking like, you know, how's it going? When we say, hey, are you noticing these things that you were specifically looking for? It also develops a sense of like gratitude towards us, because they know, you know, they actually legitimately care about how I'm doing, my specific results. And so So that, yeah.
Corey, so basically what you're saying is that, you know, it's not just like this generic, you're treating everybody the same, right?
Yeah.
Like actually focusing on when, you know, really diving deep and getting to know the story behind why somebody is interested in ketones.
Right.
And so that you can be on this like long-term journey with them. And it's not just like, well, you know, try out my 10 days and sayonara, you know what I mean? Which I don't think anybody's really doing that, but like, I really like how you said to just get more specific and get to know them better. I know for me, I could definitely get to know my customers better. And I think that by, you know, creating that better experience for them, by being more invested in their story, could truly make a big difference in, you know, long-term results for sure.
Right. I've bought things here and there, whether it be a product or, you know, like, I don't know, a candle warmer for my house. And I've felt like from people, whenever I've bought something, that the interest is gone after that. There's, you know, until maybe there's a sale coming up and then they pop back into my inbox and they're like, oh, just so you know, this is on sale. This, I feel like Pruvit is so much more than that. We legitimately care about making people better. And so, getting people's specific needs and wants, I feel like is just, that's a key. That's so key. So.
I love that. And I think a pro hack too for everybody out there, because I know something that we've really focused on, I know, you know, Kelsey Giggy recently trained on this, was really focusing on the flavor during that 10-day experience, right? So that, you know, you're actually not super focused on the benefits, but this ties in great with yours, because I think what you can do is be intentional about, you know, what their story is, you know, what their goals are, and you know what they're trying to achieve. Focus on, in that first 10 days, focus on what flavor they like, but then be invested in their long-term story. Like, okay, so we're going to figure out what flavor you like, but then you and I are going to be on this journey together, because we know that drinking ketones consistently over a long period of time is where the magic really happens, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Love it. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted you to share what you shared with me, because I just was like, holy cow, that's huge. So tell everybody your like personal journey as a customer to promoter and like the timeline of this.
Okay. So I bought my first 10-day in April 2017, and I took it, me and my husband, where I was like, okay, you can have 5, I can have 5, let's try this. We were like, this isn't going to work. We were like negative Nancy's. Well, we took our first drink. We loved it, whatever. We finished our 10-day. We actually got on Amazon and looked up other ketones. And we were like, oh, these are so much cheaper. We know we love ketones. Let's start drinking these. And we couldn't even finish like a full canister. It was disgusting. It was horrible. There was nothing there. And so I knew I had to take these ketones. So I was hopping in my promoters, my leaders, inbox, like, do you have any more of those 5 or 10 days? Y'all, I did that for a year. I bought 5 and 10 days for an entire year. And then I was like, okay, I told my husband, I give up. Like, I cannot run out of these. I can't. So then I signed up on SmartShip. I was signed up on SmartShip 7 months before I finally was like, okay, I have 2 customers underneath me. I'm getting my product for free. What am I doing? I finally did sign up to be a promoter after 7 months of SmartShip. So if there's one thing I can leave everybody on, it's continue to invest in your customers, no matter how big or small. If they're just 5 and 10-day users, or if they're SmartShip users, continue to invest and care in them, because I promise you, I am more than grateful for Jody, because if she would have given up on me, I would have never had the opportunity to be involved in this amazing community of people who literally just want better for everybody. So
wow, I literally have goosebumps, because okay, throw a 1 in the chat if you have a customer you're thinking of right now that is just like Corey, that you're like, oh, this girl, she's always trying to get some 10 days out of me. What the hell? Why won't you just sign up for SmartShip? That was Corey, and now she's speaking on a freaking call as a promoter, y'all. Like, I just could not believe that. I think that is so cool. Well, fantastic job. So really quick, Corey, just to reiterate so people can start applying this into their business now, like one thing that you're going to start doing in your business to really apply from this takeaway that you had.
So I'm definitely going to make it more personal. Instead of, you know, when somebody says, I always do stories and I'll say, you know, have you heard of ketones? What are ketones? And they'll pop into my inbox and I'll say, well, ketones are blah, 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 you know, and I list all of the benefits, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but I'm just saying maybe make it more personal. I'm going to do that today, actually. Ask people, what could you benefit from the most? What excites you the most if you take this product, or when you take this product, which benefit are you most excited about? And make it more personal to my customers.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, I am super proud of you. You went to your first event. You just shared on your first call. Girl, clearly you've grown from being a part of the Pruvit community. Awesome job. Thank you so, so much for sharing. Y'all give it to Corey in the chat, please.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Corey. Awesome. Awesome. I love it. So good. And it's such a good reminder. It's so simple, right? Like, I think it's so easy to overlook things, you know, like that, like our customers that, you know, they won't commit to Smart Chip or whatever the case may be. But those people could end up being a freaking rock star on your team. I mean, you just never know. And everybody's journey is different. And so the more we can meet people where they're at and love them where they're at and just continue to provide value and love on them, that is what really sets the Pruvit community apart, you know, and what really makes people feel like they're a part of something. And it's so much more than ketones. So awesome. Well, I'm going to have Miss Tara Bomar come on. So Tara's got some y'all better have your notes ready for this because she's going to blow your mind. So I always feel like I'm saying 1, put a 3 in the chat if you went to the breakout of the Keto Life Party. Awesome. So again, we are changing the verbiage from mixer to Keto Life Party. So just kind of start practicing and stretching that muscle. You know, it's just, I think it opens it's a broader spectrum of people that you can kind of invite in. It's a little bit more attractive, I guess. So yeah, it does. It sounds more fun. It says party. I mean, who doesn't want to show up to a freaking party? Come on. And when we know what the ketones do to people, we're like, y'all about to get lit at my party. Like, drink some keto up, drink some keto nat. Like, let's just get cray. Okay, Tara, let me see if I can unmute you. Oh, I think we're like both doing it at the same time.
All right. Good. We good?
Oh, yes. So, share with us. Well, I'm just going to let you take it away because I know you're ready to rock and roll.
Yes. So my biggest takeaway was, okay, we got people experiencing ketones. We enroll our first promoter and we're like, what do we do? Like, they need to hit MVP, but how can I, as a promoter, help them make that happen? Because I'm all about, like, I knew what I needed to do, but how do I help them do that? So I loved that in this breakout session, they really gave us action item steps on how to work with our promoters so that they can host a keto life party. They can get people in their home trying ketones, and it's really just going to create action items to kind of get all of that like in motion, right? So this is going to help your promoters. Like, who's excited to have a system to help your promoters hit MVP? Because I knew I needed to make it happen, but I was like, how, right? So get ready to take some notes because I got all kinds of information to share with you. And I know Kelsey touched on this briefly, but first of all, before you go into this, you have got to get your promoter on the phone and have them set a date, right? Because it's so easy to be like, oh, you know, a month from now, it needs to happen now. There has to be urgency, and you need them to set 2 dates. So set a date for this week, if they can set a date for this week, and then set one for the following week. And I'm going to explain why and how that's going to play out. So first of all, have them set a date. Secondly, your promoters, you need to see like how comfortable they are inviting people. I mean, a lot of us have our best friends. Obviously, you're going to call them up, get on the phone. If you can't get on the phone with them, or maybe like you don't know them that well, you don't have their phone number, you need to hit them up on Facebook Messenger and send a voice memo. It is very important that people can hear the excitement in your voice about being invited to this party. So you are going to give your promoters like some verbiage that they can use because you want it to be brief. You don't want them to just start blasting about ketones and inviting to this party. You want it to be very brief so you can explain about all that at the party. So that the invite is going to look something like this. hey, I'm really into keto right now. I'm having a keto party at my house on Thursday at 5. Do you want to come hang out? Or maybe you know a little bit more about their story. So you can say something like, this Thursday at 5, I'm having a keto life party at my house. I know you've been a little nervous about those flavors. Do you want to come sample them? So whatever like objection they're giving you, you can kind of use that in the invite. So, make sure you're setting those dates. Make sure that you're actually using your voice to invite them, because you always want people to hear the excitement. And then what you're going to have your promoter do is set up a Facebook event. Okay. And the only times you're going to put people into this Facebook event is when they have told you 100% they're going to be at your party. You're not just inviting everyone on your friends list. You want that verbal commitment from them, which I know we talked about the last 2 days. So you've got your promoter inviting people. Of course, they're going to be getting some yeses, some nos, and some maybes. This is what I thought was really, really cool, because as a promoter helping out your new promoter, you're going to give them directive on what to do next once they have these yes, nos, and maybes. And for me, I love having the system in place because this can be taught to everyone, right? So of course, if they give you a yes, you're going to put them in that Facebook event. But you're also going to ask them, like, do you have some friends that want to come with you? Do you have some friends to like come try these ketones? Do you have anyone interested? And if they do, and their friends say yes, have them put them in the Facebook event, right? So that's what you're going to do with your yeses. Your maybes, you are going to follow up the day of the party. Follow up the day of the party and remind them about the party and see if it's turned into a yes or a no. If it's turned into a yes, put them in the Facebook invite. If it's turned into a no, then you let them know about that second date that you have, right? Like, oh, that sucks, you couldn't make it today. No worries, we have one next week, and invite them to that. Same thing as your promoter is inviting people and people are telling them no right off the bat. Well, that's why you have the second date, so they can automatically invite them to that. What was really huge for me, I felt like, is because I've just invited people to like my keto life parties, but there's been no like follow up the same day kind of thing. So I love that the day of the party, all of those yeses, you're going to just remind them, and you can actually send them the campfire video, which you will also post in that Facebook event page too, but you can just make sure just to have that one-on-one. Hey girl, I know I didn't know much about keto when I started, but this video really broke it down for me. So all of your yeses, sending them your campfire link individually, reminding them about the party. Like I said, your maybes, you're doing the same thing too, just seeing if they're going to be able to make it to the party. And then, yeah, that was a huge thing for me, just making sure the day of you're following it, see if they're bringing anyone. And then what was really interesting too that they touched on, if you have that customer that is like all in, that is like, oh my God, like obsessed with the community, is really excited about this keto life mixer, you can make the, didn't mean to say mixer, party. You can like have them set up some like a little bit of a responsibility, like, oh my gosh, you make the best fat bombs. Do you mind bringing like one of your fat bombs to the party? And like, you know, having them like have some buy-in, which is also going to make them more excited about the community. And who knows, they might decide they want to become a promoter. So that's just kind of leading up to the party. I think having that second date is really key. There's a couple things too that I'll touch on briefly for you to do at the party that I had never really heard of before, that I was like, oh my God, that's so good. So first of all, if you your new promoter is, if you guys aren't local, you can like FaceTime in or Skype in or whatever, so that you can be the person there answering all the questions. Because I mean, it's going to be nerve-wracking for your new promoter to like host this party, you know, share these ketones, but let's be honest, they really don't know that much about it yet. So making them just there to share their story, and then you could support them on the back end as being like the person that can answer questions and things like that too. Oh, of course, my phone's gonna ring decline. So being available for them during the party so that you can, you know, support them. Another thing is having, let's say you have another promoter in the area, assigning them as like a happy greeter at the party, so that when people are coming into their home, they're not just walking in, like, because it's, you know, going to someone's home, maybe you don't even know the person that well, like having someone there to make them feel comfortable and connecting them with other people at the party. So getting their name, connecting them to someone like, oh, hey, Sarah, this is a mom of two, you know, let's connect you guys. So they're starting to connect at the party, and it's not so awkward with people just like standing there. So someone that's really good with face-to-face interaction, have them greeting people at the door and forming those connections. Another really cool thing is once you're at the party and the party's kind of coming to an end, of course you're going to have 5 and 10 days there for those people that are like, oh my gosh, I want to get started. But making sure that like you let them know of the free referral program and seeing if there's anyone at the party that wants to host another one at their house, and just being excited about like, oh my gosh, do you mind opening up your home? We can do this at your home next week. And then letting them know that that can also help them earn free ketones by sharing it with their friends and family as well. And then just a few little things too. Make sure you're playing music when people walk in. Like, it doesn't have to have a bunch of food either. Something I thought that was really great. Like if you're not someone that's not that into hosting, maybe they said just have some nuts, have something there, because you want the conversation to be about ketones. You don't want it to be a keto diet conversation with all this like keto food everywhere and then everybody's focusing on the food. So if you're someone that doesn't really like having food at the party, you don't have to. You can do whatever feels right for you, whatever feels comfortable for you, and make it about sharing stories. They will have seen the campfire video before because you sent them to it one-on-one. You've posted it in the Facebook event page. Just to rewind a little bit, sprinkle things in that Facebook event page leading up to the party. Inspire on videos that you know your people are going to connect with. Maybe some really good recipes, some fun ways to like shake up ketones. You could go live in it. I know Kelsey kind of talked a little bit about this the other day, but just using that as a tool to just provide more value and resources so that they know a little bit more than just coming in, you know, completely blind to it. And then the biggest thing, my last takeaway, is just the follow up after the party. Like I was not doing this before, but you know, follow up with people. And if they didn't purchase a 5 and 10 day at the party, making sure that your new promoters are reaching out, you know, and asking them if they're ready for a 5 and 10 day, or maybe they shared something, and there's a doctor video that you can send after the party, or you can think of an Inspire On video, something that you can follow up that's going to provide value and get them set up with that 5 and 10 days so that those people can start experiencing it. So that is all.
Girl, I need to just take a deep breath real quick. Oh my gosh. Okay, who is freaking fired up about the information that she just shared? Like, bro, right? Right? You know what I love about this too is that it's about, yes, it's about like, these are things you can start implementing into your own business, but to get your new promoter started off right away like this could be an absolute game changer, you guys, like game changer. So something that I wanted to share really quick, this was in the exact same workshop. Abigail said that, you know, the big piece to this is that you set the freaking date and you stick to it. So no matter what, if nobody shows up, you freaking show up to your own Keto Life party. Even if there's only one person, that's the point is not, I need to get 100 people in my house. The point is I'm going to consistently do this until I start to have people that show up. She shared a story. She had promoters that committed to every single Tuesday, they were going to have a Keto Life party. The first party they had, one person came. The second party they had, 2 people came. The third party, there was like 5. 6 months later, they called up Abigail and said, hey, we're wondering if you would fly in for our Keto Life party next week. We have over 125 people committed to come. I have goosebumps. 125 people, y'all. It's 6 months of just consistently showing up every single week. April, fall. I don't want to say it wrong, but that is insane. That inspired me so much to think of what you can do when you've got that one person that shows up. Then you dig into that person. You have that person recruit for you. Hey, you want to come next Sunday? I have another one going on. I know you got girlfriends. You want to bring them? Then they come back and they bring 2, right? Then those 2, you talk to them. Would you guys want to host one? I'd love to come to your house. You guys could have a party. I mean, utilize the people that are showing up at your door and that are excited about our community, excited about our product, and utilize them to help you recruit and grow these parties. I mean, it's just absolutely genius. Let's see.
Alexis, I have one more thing to say.
Awesome.
Make sure when you are, my phone's about to, or my computer's going to die, so I had to come in here, but make sure that you are having people sample flavors that they can currently buy, and don't do like all these limited release flavors and they're like, I love this one. It's like, oh, sorry, you can't get that one right now. So making sure that you are like sampling things that they can purchase right there right now is super important.
I love voices that pop in randomly. That was super cute. So that was worth it. Cool. So we are right at 10:45, but here's what I want to do for a call to action today. I want you to schedule a Keto Life party before the end of the month, okay? I want you to schedule a Keto Life party for the month, and I want you to tell your business partner or your success partner or your coach or whoever, schedule it. Just put it on the calendar. It's all about, stretching that muscle and just, you might get a little sweaty pits about it, but who cares? Like, that's the point. This is how we grow. This is how we get better. Another thing I will say, if you purchase Keto Up at EPIK, you have the most ultimate reason to get people to come to your Keto Life party. And find a way to get those Keto Up cans out to your promoters that committed to schedule a Keto Life party. If I have a promoter that schedules a Keto Life party, I will freaking ship them 2 or 3 cans of that to get it into their customers' mouths. 100% for sure. Like, let's get the most out of those cans that we have now, because when that stuff releases in the next couple weeks, we don't know when it's coming, but we know that it's soon. You will have that much more of a response if you get these people tasting it, because it is honestly so much better than you could ever imagine. And they will freak out. They will be so excited that they got to have an exclusive tasting of it. And then they're ready to rock and roll and pull out their wallet when it hits the website. Ready to rock and roll. Cool. Awesome. So that is your call to action today. Schedule your Keto Life party before the end of February and tell somebody about it so that they can hold you accountable. Are you committed to this? Put a 7 in the chat. I'm throwing y'all for a loop. Why do we always got to do 1s? Ooh, I like 7s. Cool. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for showing up today, playing full out and engaging. Incredible job, Corey. Incredible job, Tara. We will get the recording out. Go back and watch this so you can get notes. I know we had to put a lot in a little amount of time, but we were just so excited to get you guys this information. We had to make it happen. So you guys are fantastic. Have a wonderful day. Should we do a tornado? I think we should. And I'm going to unmute everybody this time, actually. Are y'all ready for this? It's going to get real loud. So if you've never been to an event, we always go, oh, prove it, okay? Like we make a little tornado with our finger. So you're going to do it really, 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 really loud. Get out your phones if you want to record it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, ready?